If you are watching this and you care, like, comment, and subscribe.
And his name is John C.
What's good, YouTube? leahsson. I'm back with one of the ones. I was scrolling through YouTube, as always. Came across this video. What's it like being black in Japan? I've been learning, a lot of people don't know, which is pretty much everybody. I've been secretly learning Japanese, using Duolingo. It's been going great. It's been going cool, man. I've learned a couple sentences, I'm not gonna put myself on blast and try to think of a Japanese, which is what I was just trying to do right now. But I know a couple words, konnichiwa, haha, chichi, I know a couple ototo, saying musume. I know some words, man. I know some words. I can put a sentence together, let's say you were hungry and you looking for your pizza. You gonna go like, pizza wa doko desu ka? I'm telling you, Gango. I'm telling you, bro. I'm on fire, bro. I'm learning Japanese, so I'm gonna go to Japan soon. So I just really want to blend in. It's always nice when you're blending in with the language. People really start to understand you and they mess with you, They don't see you like an alien, even though they do see you like an alien. Seen some clips of a lot of Asian people, whether in Japan or China. They just look at you like an alien, like they've never seen a black man or a black person before. A lot of people say it's not racist, it's just really curiosity, but I just fail to understand how you've never seen a black person ever. When I've watched movies, Chinese movies, literally Rush Hour, my dog, one of the biggest movies in the world, it literally has a co-star that's a black man. It's other people who have been black in a bunch of Japanese movies, a bunch of black in Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball, when Dragon Ball Z ends, there's this kid called not Kid Buu, but he's Oob, basically reincarnation of Buu, but his name is Oob. He's black, bro. He looks African, has an African family, and he's in a Japanese anime. Come on, bro. How do you not know of black people on this earth? But maybe it's that type of thing where you have heard of them, you do know them, but you've never really seen one in real life. So it's like, oh my goodness, I'm seeing a black person in real life. Like, wow, Because I was watching Duke Dennis vlog this one time, and they were just taking pictures with him. He was in China. They were just taking pictures with him because he's black, because Speed was there. They were just taking pictures with him because he's black, but not because they know him. Not because they know he's Duke Dennis. Everywhere else in the world, they know Duke Dennis. But in China, they didn't really know him. They were just taking pictures with him because he's black. I know, like I said, a lot of people say it's curiosity and stuff like that, but it's like, to me, I don't like it, even though I don't know if I would take kindly to somebody looking at me. Okay, you can look because I cannot control that, but I wouldn't take lightly to somebody touching me. And touching me, saying things like, is this dirt? You're dirty. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think I'll crash out. I might be banned. I might be banned from that country because I would genuinely not like that. I would not take kindly to that, which is why it's very important for me to learn these languages. I'm going to Japan soon, so I need to learn Japanese so that when mother flippers think they can play with me, I'm ready. So I came across this video, so let's see what they're talking about. What's it like being black in Japan? Let's see. Let's just for ore farming purposes. Let's watch it with these.
I think it's a bit overwhelming at first, to be completely honest, because and then she would block me. She was blocking me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then
no matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against.
Where did this guy get all the black people in Japan? Did he just search all black people from Japan, and then they just their usernames just came up? How did he find them?
It's for being
Did he
black.
really, bro? Did you just go all the way over Japan or at the park looking for black people?
So I might as
kinda
well
racist.
choose a place that makes me happy.
All right, let's see.
Hi everyone, how are you? This is Ricky. Today I'm going to interview black people. What's it like being black in Japan? So let's see.
My goodness.
Channel, I dive into Japanese culture and lifestyle with both Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's a perfect channel for anyone thinking about
This man does not sound Japanese at all, bro. He sounds Chinese instead. He sounds like he's from China, not from Japan. But yeah, because his tongue, the way he rolls his tongue, like sure, car, blah, brock, you know. No, brock can be Japanese, but he just does not sound Japanese, man. You sound Chinese for real.
traveling to or living in Japan. Plus, you can learn real
You see, plus, you know.
everyday Japanese by watching this video like this. So if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and follow
Nah, maybe he might be Japanese. I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
me on my Instagram where I show my daily life in Tokyo. Alright, let's get started. So okay, thank you so much for your time. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Darion. I'm from America, and I'm particularly from Louisiana, like the central Louisiana.
So how long have you been in Japan?
I've only been in Japan for a week so far, but I did go last year for 1 month, a part of the school program here.
Alright,
Okay.
So how long will you be staying in Japan?
You know, that's the thing. Like, a lot of us get opportunities to go to Japan for like school stuff. Usually, it's school. You just studying and then you come back to your home country. I feel like, you know, this should be, because I know somebody personally who went to China. They had to come back. Well, mainly they had to come back because of COVID. But let's just assume there was no COVID, right? Would that person get an opportunity to work and stay in China? Or would that person, you know what I mean? Do you get where I'm going with this? Like, I never really see them stay there for a while. Maybe it depends on the country. Maybe I'm being ignorant. I don't know. But I've never seen people get like school programs to go to another country, really get to like stay there or do something. Maybe some do. I never really got that opportunity, so I don't really know. But the one that I know, she had to come back, bro. She had to come back, mainly I guess because of COVID. But I think even if it wasn't for COVID, actually I'm wrong. Maybe if it wasn't for COVID, she was gonna be staying there, but she had to come back because of COVID. And then when she came back, they just, you know, because the government was there and stuff, but nobody really cared. Like, when these people came back from China, bro, like, they came back, they learned a few skills, but they were not helpful in terms of, like, nobody really cared, bro. It's so sad. Like, some countries really be sending their kids to other places just in jail. You get what I mean? And they come back and same old. Like, what did you learn? Like, can you show us? You know, I feel like if I went to a different country, I don't know. I'm saying this because I never got that opportunity, but I feel like if I did, I might have done something different. But I might have also been affected by, you know, people doing this and that. You know, sometimes you just get depressed because other people just look at you somehow, and then you just lose your focus and you lose your way of life, and you know, all that confidence goes away because just people looking at you like you're dirty. Some kid, you know, it's so hurtful when it's kids doing it. Like, because you understand that this kid has never seen a black man before, has never seen a black human being before, and they're just looking at you. They take pictures of you, they touch you like there's something wrong with your skin. Like, you understand that. That's why it hurts so bad. At least when it's an adult, I can be like, man, you too grown to act like you don't know. You've never seen a black person, and you're a granny. You old as shit to not know what a black person looks like, or a black person exists in this life. I'ma crash out. If an old person like somewhere around 40s, 50s, 60s touching me on some, is this really your skin? I know you being racist. There's no way you don't know there's black people on this earth, you bitch. You mother. I'm not even gonna say mother flipper, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really be crashing out about my people, even though we fight against each other every day. But anyway,
I'll be staying in Japan for 1 year.
what's it like, being black in Japan?
Okay, that's a really good question. I feel like when it comes to being black in Japan, it's no different from being maybe like another color. Now, just in the Asian countries, white is favored more merely because that's just how it's been for a long time. The color.
And it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, not just in Asian countries, but like not just in Asian countries, bro. Everywhere in the world, that's the preferred color.
White is favored.
It's sad.
Not necessarily the character of the person, but just the appearance. Like if a Japanese person sees a white guy and he's like mildly attractive, it's like, oh, that guy is like cool. He's super cool. He's white or whatever. But that's not as common, I think, nowadays. I feel like it's more so whenever you come here, you're a foreigner. You're not black necessarily. You're not white necessarily. You're a foreigner, and it's only a few Japanese people that might look at you as color. For example, there's a lot of Japanese girls that like gyaru. And a lot of them really like hip hop culture.
Okay.
I'm just using Japanese.
You mean gyaro?
Gyaru. However you say it.
All right,
Gyaru.
Gyaro, right? Yeah.
Gyaru.
Yeah.
I'm only using Japanese girls for example, but there's also guys too that are
Yeah,
also
I know.
like hip hop. So a lot of girls that are into that, they like hip hop whatnot. So when they see a black guy, it might be more of a like a.
I hear you, bro. When you say spectacle, I get you, bro. That's exactly what they did to Duke Dennis, bro. They saw a black man, they were like, oh, he's black, we're gonna take pictures with him. Yeah, it's like a thing. Hip hop, America, whatever. It doesn't matter where you are, bro. Like, you can come to South Africa, you can come to Kenya, you can come to Uganda, you can come to Ghana. We're gonna treat you the same type, you know what I mean? But the thing is, in South Africa, it's a little bit crazy because everybody here is like, mixed with this whole culture thing. Like, everybody's mixing in the culture. We like advanced and stuff type thing, you know what I mean? And yes, we will treat you different. Like, if Playboy Cuddy came to South Africa, we definitely gonna treat him like he's Playboy Cuddy. We know he's Playboy Cuddy. But it's not like, because we're black like him, it's not like, oh, he's a spectacle, he's black. Nah, but he's a spectacle because he's Playboy Cuddy and he's all hip hop from America. You get what I mean? Yeah. But I hear what he's saying, talking about when you're in Japan, they will look at you like, oh, hip hop, oh, hip hop, cool to hip hop. I'm tripping.
Spectacle to them, right? That's the only case where race might play.
That's not the only case, bro. You've only been there for a week. You're lying.
Part, but for the most part, in Japan, it's mostly just like, oh, you're a foreigner, right? Instead of just like, oh, you're black, you're white, you're Mexican, right? So when it comes to relationships here, you have to be very, very, I guess, particular with what you might say and how you might convey something.
Okay, let's say you're dating a Japanese girl. Like, is there any problem? Could be like language, could be like culture difference, or like whatever.
Ooh, good question. So one problem could be.
You know what I just realized? This guy, the interviewer, he's so smart, bruh. Just imagine, like, put yourself in his shoes, right? You only know Japanese. I'm just gonna assume he's Japanese because in the beginning I assumed he might be Chinese or something. Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. We're just gonna assume he's Japanese, right? Imagine you're Japanese. You only know Japanese. You had to learn English. And for him to really just translate his thoughts like that, bruh, screw the accent. I understand what he said. Like, he's really smart. Like, because we was talking about some culture differences and all that. Like, you would expect somebody who's still learning English to not really understand how to articulate themselves. This mother flipper here can articulate himself, and he can tell he's still learning this thing. He's not like Ray Asian boy, Ray Kwan, you know what I mean? But he's really smart because he can articulate himself in a different language. That's difficult for a lot of people, including me right now. I'm learning Japanese, I'm learning hiragana, I'm learning katakana, and it's difficult for me to really just articulate myself in those, but I'm still going there. I'm using Duolingo, so it's really working out so far. I'm probably gonna be fluent in Japanese probably in 2026, to be honest, because at this pace, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna be fluent by June or by whatever. You know what I'm saying? 2026, maybe I'll be fluent in Japanese for sure. You know, because I do know a couple phrases. You know what rice is in Japanese? It's gohan. Believe it or not, bro, it's Goku's son. Did you know Goku's son is named after rice? Yeah. And Mizu. If you know Sesotho, which is a South African and Lesotho language, basically an African language, Mizu is Meti. Meti, 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 Mizu. Hey, if you ask me, I say we're related a little bit. Not gonna lie, if you go to Lesotho, we have those, even in China. But hey, I'm not gonna speak on that. But yeah, Métis is Mizu, which is water. Yeah, but a lot of things you can really hear them. Like a passport is pasporto. It's a borrowed word, which is where the katakana comes in place. It's usually used in borrowed words. I don't know now why I'm talking about me learning Japanese and stuff, but that's me. I guess YouTube was listening to me learning Japanese, saying all those phrases with Duolingo, because you know when you're in Duolingo you have to record sometimes and say a phrase. I guess YouTube was listening in, and then they just gave me this video. But anyway, bro, what's it like being black in Japan? Might actually be preparing me to know what it's like to be black in Japan, so that when I get to Japan, I already understand the stigma and the stereotypes and the type of behavior people are gonna give me. Yeah. Anyway,
a case of being fetishized because of the race. The one problem can be they just see you as a novelty, right? And I've seen this in many interviews with foreigners on Japan. It's like if you're like black or whatever, it's like a novelty, right? So they might not completely like you for you. Oh, I'll tell you an experience I did have. I was talking to a Japanese girl online, and we talked for a very long time. I don't know if she's Manhattan, I'm not sure. She was a little bit crazy. But we were talking, and she was very sweet and whatnot. But she would have these weird moments where she would get like really drunk and whatnot or whatever, and then she would like block me. And she would just block me, right? And it seemed like she liked me, but she kept blocking me, and then
I don't think it was a race thing, buddy. Yeah. If you were Duke Dennis, she would never block you. I don't think that was like because you're black or anything like that. Don't worry, buddy. It's just, some people just have a preference. You know what I mean? And, if you were Duke Dennis, maybe. You get what I mean? Like, it wasn't because you're black, buddy. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you.
Blocked me altogether. So I don't think she necessarily liked me personally. It was kind of like, oh, this is a black guy, he's a spectacle. Let me talk to him for a little bit or whatever, and then move on. Oh, yeah. Right? And I've heard a lot of other.
Damn, that must have broken my brother's heart right there. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, okay? That's just how it goes. I'm sorry for laughing so hard. It's because I just went through a heartbreak myself. And not just like it's been a minute. Listen, it's been about 2 years, like 2-3 years by now. It's like 3 years now, bro, since I've been through a heartbreak, gang. And it's crazy. I am over it, but I'm just like, I'm laughing at this guy because I mainly understand that girls are the same everywhere. Men are the same everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter what race it is, my nigga.
People talk about that same experience where it'll seem like someone's into them, and then it's kind of just like they kind of.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Because he's talking about some other people saying the same things. I might be tripping. I've never been to Japan before, so it really might be a thing. That's why. I'll find out when I get to Japan. I'll let y'all know.
Once they get their fix of a foreigner, so. But it's not with every Japanese. I'm not gonna say that, but it's some of them are like that, especially counting like what their niche is, so.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself?
My name is Umi, and I'm from Florida, and I've lived in Japan for 2 years.
What brought you to Japan?
I wanted to study Japanese, and since I was a kid, I've always wanted to live here.
Wow. Yo, dreams do come true. Since you were a kid, you've always wanted to live in Japan. And guess what? You're living in Japan now. That's insane.
What's it like being black in Japan?
So it's different from being a foreigner. Those are two different things. Technically, yeah, they're the same, but also different.
I understand what you mean based on what the other guy said, by the way.
Being black, I would say, has its difficulties. Like, I get stereotyped a lot, actually, in Japan. So with my job, I work with kids, and so when I first meet them, they cry because of my skin tone.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that's what I was saying at the beginning, bro. Like, that's the thing, because it's children, it's not adults. You cannot crash out. You know, like when it's somebody like 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I might even punch. I might even slap. I'm sorry. You're going to be crying or telling me I'm dirty, touching my skin. I'm going to punch you. I'm sorry. Okay? Because you know better. There's no way you don't know that it's a black man on this earth. How ignorant can you be in this day and age? You telling me you've never watched TV before? Bro, no matter how blocked the television can be, no matter how blocked the education system can be, there's no way you do not know it's a black man on this earth, buddy. Listen, don't touch me, okay? It's not like I'm going around touching people. It's got to be some kind of harassment. That's like self-defense when I punch you, because you're touching. Like, don't touch me. Don't. You understand? You can look. It's fine. I cannot control that. But you start touching me, I'm punching, bro. I'm punching, bro. But when it's children, it's like, you get it. That's why it hurts the most, because you cannot even take out the frustration with a few punches, a few slaps, because it's literally children. You understand. Like, you get it. You get why they're scared of you. You get why some of them try to touch your skin to really, is this person real? You understand that. And it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad when it's kids. That's what I was saying in the beginning, and she's talking about that right there.
Get a lot of derogatory terms sometimes with Japanese people. Like, they've called me like a monkey. I've been called the N-word a few times here.
Huh?
But also,
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. If people know the N-word, then they know you're black. That's just being racist. That's not being curious. Nah, that's, you know about this word, so you know it's people like me on this earth. So you're doing that on purpose, mother flipper. I'ma sock you. I'ma sock you so hard your skin might turn into my skin. I'm sorry.
really good too. So, like, because I'm black, I stand out a lot. And so people come to me more usually than most. So, like, if I'm with my friends who are, like, let's say white, Japanese people will come
You have white friends. Yo, Japanese is lit. It's bringing people together.
to me first because I look more different, I guess. Maybe because I dress pretty Japanese. So
Is there any pros and cons like being black in Japan?
yeah. Okay. So the cons are, of course, people will stare at me a lot, but I'm pretty used to that. Stare at me.
Yeah.
So some of this discrimination.
Oh,
But
no.
the pros are, so if I apply for a job, there's not a lot of black people usually that apply for jobs, so I'll get picked more often than not because they want something new, something fresh. Yeah.
For real?
Alright.
I might move to Japan. Hey, I might move to Japan for real.
Is there anything that you want to share your experience in Japan, like being black?
Oh, yeah. So I guess being black in Japan, I use dating apps sometimes to talk to guys, and a lot of people there will say like, "Oh, I've never talked to a black person before." So usually I'm the first black person that I've gone on a date with a Japanese guy.
She must feel like Soldier Boy.
For the most part, it's pretty nice, and I would say like there's a group of like Nigerians. No matter where I go, I'll always get discriminated against for being black.
That's the
So,
saddest thing, bro. Everywhere we go, man. Everywhere we go, bro. I cry about that sometimes, man. It's like, not that I'm just playing victim or anything, but I really be crying about that sometimes. To be honest, I really be like, I know God has done a lot in this life, but it's like, damn, bro. How do we always have to be treated like that? Like, you go everywhere, bro. Everywhere in this world, you cannot say, oh, you're in South Africa, you can run to another country, or you can run to, you can't. Everywhere you go in this world, it's almost as if like you gotta build a spaceship and leave this world, because everywhere you go when you're black, man, I be thinking to myself like, how, why, you know, why us? Like, why? I probably thinking like, when I'm thinking about having kids, do I really want to have kids for real? Because they're gonna go through the same shit that I'm going through. Like, everywhere they go, they always gonna be ill treated. They always gonna be frowned upon just because of how they look. Like, but it's not about that right now, man. It's just, I mean, for you to even make a video about what's it like being black in Japan, that tells you a lot about being black. F***ity, bro.
I might as well choose the place that makes me happy.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you tomorrow.
Okay, not gonna lie, that was good. That was a good video, man. Although I did most of the yapping, but that was a good video. I am gonna be going to Japan, and I will let you know how that goes. I don't know when I'll be going to Japan, but I will be going there. So I'm just currently just getting my Japanese together right now, and by 2026, 100% I'll be fluent in Japanese, because every single day Duolingo's got me with the lessons and stuff. So, and I'm really messing with Duolingo right now. It's not even a sponsor, I'm just telling you how it's going on my end. Other than that, man, Leah's son, I'm gonna see you on the next one.
Another thing is, I'm happy that I started to make the video. Zeus.